Rebel Wilson has reportedly lost 18 to 20 kilograms or 40 to 44 pounds. While we're not sure what was the time frame in which she lost it, at the very latest, it would have been January 2020 when she announced on her Instagram that, for me, 2020 is going to be called the year of health. That means the fastest rate in which she lost weight would have been 44 pounds over 9 months, which is 1.22 pounds per week. She's aiming for a goal of 165 pounds by the end of 2020, and as of the end of August, has revealed that she has about 17 pounds to go. In this video, we dig into exactly how she did it, separate the myths from the facts, and give you our honest thoughts on the process. We'll cover diet, exercise, and mindset in that order. Hi, Rich and Lucy here, nutritionists at CoachViva.com, the place for analytical thinkers to cut through the noise on where to start and when to level up so that they can transform their bodies and live healthy by default. If you too refuse to settle, hide from the facts, or cave to excuses, then subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to be notified every week of new science-backed and practical videos to help you lose fat and gain muscle on your terms. And before we begin, I want to quickly announce that a few spots have opened up for our free one-on-one consult for our Badass Body Boss program. So make sure you stay until the end of this video for the announcement on that. Now let's get started.
When you look up Rebel Wilson weight loss diet on Google, no doubt you have come across the Mayr Method Diet. But what exactly is it, and how did it actually help the actress lose weight? The Mayr Method is a modern-day diet system adapted from the Mayr Cure, a theory for health conceptualized by Dr. Franz Xavier Mayr nearly 100 years ago that sought to promote gut health. Nowadays, the Mayr Cure has been adapted to two forms: the in-person Mayr clinics, which are located in Austria and specialize in week-long retreats worth $2,000, and the Viva Mayr Diet book, which adapts the Mayr Method to a 14-day program made for the everyday person to do on their own. Yes, it's called Viva Mayr Diet, but no relation to Coach Viva. We're going to talk about the Mayr Clinic since that's the one that Rebel went to in 2019 that allegedly inspired her to declare 2020 to her year of health. While on the one-week Mayr Clinic retreat, here's what you'll experience: a personalized diet plan that emphasizes high alkaline and low acidity foods like fresh fruits and vegetables, nuts, seeds, and soy. Although some acidic foods like some cheeses, meat, and fish are allowed too. And foods not allowed include sugar, caffeine, alcohol, cow's milk, and gluten-containing foods. There's an initial ramp-up period where everyone's put on a simple, bland, and restricted diet along with a prescribed cleanse, which involves taking lots of vitamins and supplements for further detoxification. It's unclear exactly what supplements guests take, but one that we know of are Epsom salts, which have a laxative effect. Note, there's no evidence that ingesting Epsom salts have any benefits other than to relieve constipation. Understand that weight loss due to emptying your bowels does not equal fat loss. And just in case you are thinking of mimicking the Mayr Method on your terms, please do not take any special vitamins and minerals without your doctor or registered dietitian's approval first. Now, we talked about the Mayr diet encourages low acidity and high alkaline foods. You may be thinking, why? Well, the premise behind it says that your diet can alter the pH value of your body through metabolic waste, and that acidic waste is harmful to your body while alkaline waste is beneficial. But does science back this up? Most experts agree that while food can change the pH value of your urine, it's nearly impossible to change the pH value in your body and blood with any significance. Most people measure their urine after switching to an alkaline diet and claim that something changed in their body, but your urine pH doesn't reflect your blood pH. Also, regardless, many foods on Mayr's approved list are actually acidic and not alkaline, like meat and cheese. Presumably, they had to allow these in their list, otherwise the diet would be very low on protein. And while the diet doesn't restrict calories, it promotes eating fewer portions by encouraging dieters to eat slowly, chewing each bite 40 to 50 times, drinking water between meals, and eating without distractions so that you only focus on your meal. The Mayr Method also discourages snacking in between meals and encourages eating smaller dinners or skipping dinners entirely. These are all ways to help you reduce calories without actually counting them. So while the Mayr Method diet promotes eating foods high in nutrients, mindful eating habits, and good portion control habits, we do have some concerns. While we don't know what are all the vitamins and minerals administered to guests, we do know that at least part of them are laxatives meant to encourage bowel elimination. Understand that the food and water weight you lose through elimination will come back as soon as you exit the clinic and return to your normal routine. The diet is also restrictive since it does eliminate certain food groups. This can be tolerable when you're in an enclosed environment where the disallowed foods don't exist in the clinic, but it's a lot harder to simulate this in real life without having to get rid of your favorite foods and possibly your social life. There's a reason that the program runs for only a week at a time. As a matter of fact, the clinic itself discourages lifetime exclusion diets. And while the Mayr Clinic's goal is not to help people to lose weight, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that's what you're here for. So I want to make it clear that you can still gain weight eating their prescribed foods. For instance, cheese, meat, and polenta are allowed, and we have seen plenty of people gain weight eating too much of all of those.
But wait, you say, if Mayr is ineffective for the long term, how did Rebel Wilson lose so much weight doing it? Answer, she didn't. This is the same logical fallacy we talked about in our investigation on Adele's weight loss diet, which you can check out here. Just because a celebrity says that something helped them lose weight doesn't mean it's the only thing that helped them. What the actress actually said in 2019 was that the Mayr Clinic inspired her to get healthier, presumably kicking off her motivation to get healthier in 2020. It's not necessarily what actually kept her losing weight. I don't have all the facts, but I'm assuming she's not spending every week at the clinic. So what's Rebel Wilson's diet actually like? Well, it doesn't sound like she really has a strict diet. It seems like she has more principles around eating, like eating less sweets and junk food than a specific diet plan. Here's what Rebel told Cosmo. I love me some ice cream and dessert, and it comes at times when I'm happy or sad. You would probably describe it as emotion or stress eating, but I wouldn't ever want to totally give that up. Now, we don't know the whole story, but it sounds like she identified her biggest weaknesses, desserts, and is trying to moderate it without completely giving it up. Sounds like the 80-20 Big Rocks principle, which we talk about in our workshop. And if you're curious and learning more about that, check out the free 3 Pillars of Body Transformation workshop, link in the description below. Lots of sources have also said that she's trying to up her protein and water intake since she's training 6 days a week with a personal trainer. So let's discuss her exercise regimen next.
For exercise, Rebel purportedly trains with her trainer Jono Castano 6 days a week. Now, news sources back in January had stated that she trained 7 days a week, but most recent sources now say 6 days a week. What we know is that training 7 days a week without any rest days is unsustainable and can lead to injury, which basically sets you back all that training you did. What might have happened is that they started training 7 days a week as part of some kind of ramp-up period and then dialed down to 6 days. Again, we can't be sure. During a typical week, Rebel allegedly does a combination of HIIT workouts with power training tools like battle ropes, mobility training, resistance training, and has 1 day per week of rest. Her trainer told Hollywood Life that for many of her exercises, he uses the TRX as it focuses on using body weight and gravity as resistance to build strength, balance, coordination, flexibility, core, and joint stability. So basically, they do a variety of exercises, especially strength, balance, and stability, ideally to build muscle and prevent injury, which we can get behind for sure. Now, everything sounds great so far, but I want to point out another logical fallacy that people tend to make when they hear stuff like this, which is that all of Rebel Wilson's workouts are insanely tough and high impact because that's what the news show and that's what she shares on Instagram. But think about this. Is it cooler to share on Instagram a picture of you flipping badass battle ropes or doing bicep curls? I say this because I know of a lot of coaches, myself included, who have shared on Instagram pictures of themselves doing the 20% of the toughest workout moves while omitting the 80% that's more of the boring stuff. Why is this so bad, you say? Well, if you're not aware of this fallacy, it can cause you to counterproductively only do the high intensity exercises 6 days a week. And if you're really overweight, are older, or have joint problems, you will likely injure yourself and not see the results that really correlates with how much effort you're putting in. Because when it comes to fat loss, especially as a beginner, you really don't need to put in a huge amount of effort into exercise to see results. Diet and nutrition is so much more important. Rebel's trainer himself has said her workout routine consists of daily cardio, whether it's running or walking, and that I encourage all my clients to do an extra bit of cardio during the day to keep moving. When people hear cardio, they often think of really high intensity, high impact stuff. But notice that Castano counts walking as cardio. If you ever wonder why you have some lean friends who seem to never work out, ask them how much they're on their feet in a day. I bet that'll clarify why they're lean even without intense exercise.
Finally, let's talk about the fuel behind long-lasting changes: mindset and motivation. You can bet that Rebel stays motivated by using techniques, not just through sheer willpower. The first thing is to set the right expectations for yourself. Here's what her trainer has to say. People don't realize how long it takes to transform the body and make lasting lifestyle changes. We need to really understand where they're at. We need to find out their weight, body fat, muscle mass, because what tends to happen as well is that a lot of people weigh themselves and they won't understand why they're not losing weight because they're putting on muscle and then they're looking better. He also strongly encourages taking photos every week during the transformation to track progress. Secondly, focus on smaller lifestyle changes rather than only focusing on the long-term goal. Castano says that a transformation is never ending. The journey always continues, so you can never give up on yourself after 10, 12 weeks. You can't stop it because it becomes a lifestyle. Another thing I like to add is that when you focus on incremental lifestyle changes instead of just am I at my goal weight or not, it won't feel like you're always in the not there yet zone. Instead, you can see yourself progressing in habits week over week. And now you're focusing more on the trend. Tip number 3 is to set milestone goals. Rebel's trainer says that my advice is to give you goals that are realistic, short, and then achieve them and progress from there. What he means is not just focusing on the final destination goal, but set shorter milestone markers in between to keep yourself motivated. Number 4, belief in the process. Rebel wrote in one Instagram caption, even if you have to crawl towards your goals, keep going and it'll be worth it. I know some days are frustrating as hell, you feel like giving in, you get annoyed at the lack of progress, but good things are coming your way. Now, I only have one caveat with this mindset, which is that it can be too extreme for some people who already have the no pain, no gain mindset. If you put your body through too much pain, you can break it to the point where it's nearly impossible to squeeze any more gains out of it. So just keep that in mind. And the 5th tip is to leverage accountability. Rebel did this by announcing her intention to lose weight and her weight loss goals to her followers. You can totally do the same, even if it's just with a small group of friends or family. And finally, get really clear on what you want. Word is that Rebel's weight loss goal is 165 pounds. Now, some people have told her not to lose weight because, in their own words, you don't want to be in that weird range of like, are you skinny or are you fat? Because how would you classify yourself then? And here's her response. For me, I think it's about being comfortable in your own skin. I never want to be too unhealthy because that's bad. You just want to be comfortable with who you are at whatever size. Others may say that 165 pounds is still unhealthy for somebody her height and she might need to lose more. But here's the deal. If 165 is what she imagines she feels most comfortable at, then she may or may not change her mind, but we have to trust other people to be adults, to respect their decisions. And at the end of the day, you're going to be much more motivated to hit the goal that you want rather than the goal that somebody else wants for you.
Want to cut through the noise and get your ideal body without being pulled left and right by loud media noise like this? I'm happy to announce that the Badass Body Boss program is accepting applicants. The program is built for you if you, 1, value learning in depth the science and psychology behind the entire process, 2, believe that weight loss need not be so complicated, that each method out there works for someone at some stage, and that you just need a clear plan to finding your methods for your stage, and 3, are excited by the idea of working in a collaborative fashion with us to build your customized, sustainable roadmap to lifelong success. If that's you, good news. A few spots have opened up for a free one-to-one consultation call with us. Note, this is not a coaching call, and that booking call does not guarantee you'll be admitted into our program. So if you're serious, click on the link in the description below to book a one-to-one consult for our Badass Body Boss program. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, be sure to subscribe or follow us on Instagram, and share this video with whoever else you feel could use this information. And be sure to check out these 2 videos to learn more about how to lose fat and gain muscle like a body boss. You can do it.